I'd like to say that, okay, why isn't this thing moving? Do I need to restart it? We need to make sure everyone has been saying 906 people. Shall I? Oh, oh, now it's changed. Okay, now I'm starting the show with this purposely. And, hmm, should I go on Insta Live to let everybody know that I'm on? No. Why not? Okay, lucky for you. I have a mind of my own. I do what I want. I make my own decisions. So, let's let's start by playing this amazing song. Well, see, there's nothing wrong with filters as long as when you go out in public that it's not a jump scare. Now listen. Let's start with this show. Let's start with this song. Let me put my set list together for this show today. This show I'm gonna call this show. I'm gonna call this show. Name it in our Pink Friday 2 Diaries. Name it. Um, name it. Stick a fork in that ass. Up that ass. Name it. Stick a fork up that. All right. And then in parentheses, I want you guys to write stick a fork in it. Parentheses. Okay. Now let me come right back. Let's listen to this one song while we gather and get in the mood. Okay. All right. I'll be right back. Stay tuned. What's changed? Um, very simple app to navigate, wouldn't you say, guys? Yet here I am, having a song that I started my Gag City show with being stopped and playing Pink Birthday. I think that's when it was playing. Oh, a couple of people are saying that station had been acting up and that they've been having to reconnect, etc. Interesting. Very interesting. Well, let's start by saying hi, how are you? And that I love you guys so very much. Um, maybe I'll share. Oh, if it isn't that sound again in the vehicle, maybe I'll share some behind the scenes today. I don't know. We'll see. Um, but we gotta set the show off right, and I don't understand. And the other thing that I was peeping before I start this show. The other thing I was peeping that do you guys have this on your end? Like you see when I go from Pink Friday to Gag City Deluxe and then I play let's say Pink Friday 2 or Pink Friday. There seems to be a difference in the sound. Does that happen to you, or is everything sound, or does every song that I play from every album, do they all sound the same? Okay. Interesting. All right. Well, I wonder if I went on Instagram Live, if you guys would get kicked off of StationHead. Y'all want to try the experiment? Because I have some announcements to make. All right. Anyway, so let's begin while I notify Instagram. Let's begin with, well, what do you guys want to start this very important informational chat? What song do you think best suits that mood? And thank you, Kimberly TMUK, for buying F the Club up. Thank you, guys. Oh, and thank you, All Things Onika, for buying F the Club up. Okay, so I'm seeing a few options. I'm seeing people saying Barbie Dangerous. I'm seeing people saying Press Play. I'm seeing people saying Fuck the Club. I'm seeing. Okay, well, seeing people saying everybody. Okay, I will decide. I will play one song. But hold on. So let me back out of this. Clear, 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 clear. Okay. Oh, and you know what, guys? We can actually preview things. I wonder if that helps. Let's see. Hmm. Okay. Your headphones on, because what I'm about to say is very important. I want you to listen very carefully. There are three things that I have to say. The first is that I love and appreciate you more than you'll probably ever really know. The second thing that I have to say is that I am so very excited to know that I know for a fact that you are going to get your life when you witness the Pink Friday 2 Tour Gag City experience. Now, the last of those three things that I have to say to you that's very important. This song best says it. This song that is not a song that I am on. This song best says it. how sometimes I think of you guys, and sometimes I think, like, wow, just imagine. I think of this often for you guys, about you guys, when I think of y'all. And that is why there will always be thought and quality put into what I do for you and give you. Um, it will only get better and better since the Pink Friday 2 album. But there is a lyric in this song that sums it up to a T. On top of that, this song just happens to be one of my favorite songs. And I'm not on the song. I'm gonna play that song, and then I'm going to come back to talk to y'all about a few Gag City updates. And I can tell that you can tell by my voice that, well, let's just start with the song that I'd like to play. Is it exhausting, guys? Is it exhausting, Barbz? My heart really, you know, sympathizes with the Barbz sometimes, because I'm sure that it must be exhausting at times. And like I always tell you, the bravest thing another human being can do is to stand up for someone else. So I often think that that must be exhausting for the Barbz. And I always remember that they are so beautiful. They are so thoughtful. They are so sweet. They are so funny. They are so intelligent. They have their own lives. They have their own homes, their own children, their own marriages, their own careers. And so I could only imagine that it must be exhausting always rooting for the anti-hero. Um, now, as I enter into the building, I shall play a song. Now, that song is a really dope song off a really classic, undeniable, incredible album. Here's the song that I'd like to play as I enter into this building. Let me make sure that this is... Great, that's it. We'll make sure we add that album in here. But let's all, right now, this second, let's play the number one song on rhythmic and urban radio in the United States of America. The number one song on rhythmic radio. Oh, and shout out to iHeartRadio. Sending lots of love, hugs, and kisses. Shout out to all the radio stations that have made, and all the DJs that have made this the number one song in the United States of America on both rhythmic radio and urban radio. Okay. A song that I wrote in a couple minutes, I exaggerate. Sometimes I say 5 minutes. Obviously, I'd say when I'm saying 5 minutes, I'm meaning like a half hour. You know what I mean? But boy, was I genius to include all of those things I had been doing, the voices and stuff that I'd been doing for Call of Duty. When it's just, there are certain gifts I was born with, guys, and acting is just one of those gifts. So I was easily able to, after I finished writing my verses, I just threw that in there, being funny and silly. And what do you have? With no video, the number one song on rhythmic and urban radio in the United States of America, for which it stands one. Anyway, let's get to it, and I will be right back. I'll be back as soon as I walk up these stairs in this building. Get your drink, get your whatever out, and let's go.